Hi, my name is Romeo Lasmin. Today I'm going to demonstrate my work, which consists of 3 different tasks that I was given in my computer security analysis module. In the task 1, I was to investigate suspicious activities on an organization's web server with a given set of dataset using machine learning approach. At the initial process of the investigation, while analyzing the data, I looked for the tracks what IP has done in the past and evaluates it for trustworthiness. The IP addresses in the dataset was hitting only 4 HTTP response status code, which are 200, 301, 404, and 401. Here we can see among 3741 rows, 9 requests are having unauthorized access to the web server, and 3 of the IPs are trying more than one time even after getting unauthorized access alert by using code 401. We can see from the output date time column that IP 188.95.45.74 has attempted thrice in 3 different times to access the web server. IP address 159.153.157.243 has 2 attempts, and 137.83.135.37 has also 2 attempts. Rest 2 IP have only 1 unauthorized attempt each. According to my observation, I can report these 3 IP addresses as suspicious, as these IPs are trying to access the web more than one time even after getting unauthorized access alert. In the task 2, it was basically a classification task where a company, UE Cyber Solution, has identified a number of suspicious URLs on their logging system. To start the investigation in a machine learning approach, first I imported the necessary libraries. I split the dataset in the train and test in a 80-20 ratio by using split function. I have used a 2-feature extraction method, Ngram, with 2.5 range and a TF-IDF. For this dataset, Ngrams outperformed TF-IDF. According to my experiment, this dataset is more of a text analysis classification, hence Ngrams is more effective than TF-IDF. Lastly, I defined confusion matrices and performance matrices for all the result visualization and measurement, which has been easily calculated with the use of scikit-learn library, which contains all the necessary functions. Then I printed the obtained output to conclude in this task, logistic regression model with Ngram is performing better with 85% of accuracy than the other 2 models, which is random forest classifiers with 67% of accuracy and multi-layer perception classifier with 81% of accuracy with Ngram. Whereas TF-IDF accuracy score for the models were respectively 49%, 40%, and 47%, which is relatively low than Ngrams. In the task 3, it was to conduct an attack against a victim machine and detect that this has occurred within my ACIM environment. For this task, I used virtualized infrastructure of a virtual machine, UE Cyber VM, running Ubuntu operating in it. Firstly, by following the given video tutorial, I installed all the required files. To run the environment and SQL injection, all the containers and resources were already in GitHub vulnerable repository. In order to demonstrate the attack, I picked a custom container, which is Tomcat, as to be a vulnerable container, and I also added some random traffic. The IP address of Tomcat is 172.28.0.12. Added with that, I gave some list of pages and scanners randomly and made sure that targeted OS is Alpine. Lastly, all the settings were deployed to the container cyber range. It took some random way to finish the attack successfully. After finishing, some containers were running in the terminal, which I can see here, which I had in the previous network diagram, which is Kibana and Elasticsearch. Kibana and Elasticsearch are 2 closely related software products that are commonly used together for analyzing and visualizing large volume of data set. For the 100, then I started the analysis using Nmap command on the IP address. Lastly, simulating this attack enables the researchers to identify potential vulnerabilities and test the effectiveness of different security measures. With this, I'm concluding my presentation. Thank you for your time.